Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News fans. Tonight, on The Golden Bachelor, we witnessed a moment that left everyone in the mansion, and on our screens, utterly speechless. A moment that defies the expectations of romance in a way we rarely see, especially in the world of late-blooming love. Carol. Yes, Carol, one of the most charismatic, confident, and surprisingly bold contestants of this season, decided to take a leap of faith. Not by waiting for the perfect moment, not by hoping for a rose, but by deciding, with her own heart and her own hands, that she would make the first move. And then it happened. She kissed Mel. A kiss that was tender yet daring. A kiss that changed the energy in the mansion instantly, leaving Mel and all of us wondering, what does this mean for the rest of the season? Stay with me, because every heartbeat, every glance, every subtle tension leading up to this moment is a story in itself. To understand the full impact of Carol's bold decision, we must look back at the journey that led her to this precise moment. Carol didn't just stumble into Mel's heart. She earned her way there through charm, honesty, and a vulnerability that she rarely shows to anyone. From the first group date, you could see the spark. It wasn't explosive, it was slow burning. Each conversation, each shared laugh, each quiet glance across the room added layers to what was becoming an undeniable connection. Carol's strategy wasn't to win a rose or impress the cameras. It was to truly know Mel. And Mel, for her part, responded in ways that only someone truly open to love could. She laughed at Carol's witty jokes, leaned into her when sharing personal stories, and, most importantly, seemed to let down her guard in a way we rarely witness on this show. Their connection, subtle as it was, hinted at a deeper bond, one that was ready to be tested by an unexpected leap. But let's talk about the moment. That moment when Carol realized that waiting was no longer an option. In her private reflections later, she admitted she felt a surge of courage, the kind that only comes when you know a connection is real. There's something extraordinary about someone deciding to act on love without hesitation. It's vulnerable. It's human. And in that moment, Carol became the author of her own story. She wasn't waiting for a rose from the Bachelor or validation from the group. She was stepping into her power, taking responsibility for her feelings, and daring to express them physically. Mel sensed it immediately. You could see it in the way her eyes widened slightly, the way her breath caught, the subtle tilt of her head toward Carol. That silent, electric pause, the universe holding its breath, was a perfect prelude to the kiss that would follow. And then the kiss. A kiss that was gentle yet deliberate. A kiss that spoke volumes without a single word. Carol's lips met Mel's, and for a brief, suspended moment, the rest of the mansion ceased to exist. Cameras captured it, but it was raw and genuine in a way that no staged moment ever could be. What makes this moment so remarkable isn't just the physical gesture, it's the courage behind it. In a show built on tradition where typically men make the first move, Carol reversed the script entirely. And she did it with grace, with confidence, and a deep respect for Mel's space and her consent. You could feel the shift immediately, the way Mel's eyes softened, the way her lips responded with curiosity and warmth. It was clear this wasn't just a fleeting romance. This was the beginning of a transformative chapter in both of their journeys. The mansion erupted in whispers. Some contestants exchanged surprised glances, unsure how to respond. Others smiled knowingly, recognizing that love doesn't follow a script. And Mel? She looked at Carol with a mixture of awe and something else, something almost indescribable. This kiss didn't just redefine their relationship, it challenged the dynamics in the mansion. Suddenly, questions that had been simmering quietly became urgent. How would other contestants respond? Would this spark jealousy, curiosity, or inspiration? Could this moment change the trajectory of the season entirely? And here's the thing. This is exactly what makes The Golden Bachelor so uniquely captivating. Love isn't predictable, and neither are the actions of those brave enough to pursue it. Carol's choice reminded us all that romance, even in the later stages of life, in unexpected places, and amidst uncertainty, can still surprise, inspire, and disrupt expectations in the most beautiful ways. What truly elevates this moment beyond a simple kiss on reality TV is the emotional depth behind it. Carol's decision wasn't impulsive. It was a culmination of honesty, intuition, and a willingness to embrace vulnerability. She showed us that real connection isn't about waiting for the perfect timing. It's about creating the perfect moment together. For viewers in our age bracket, people who've experienced decades of relationships, heartbreak, joy, and personal growth, this scene resonates profoundly. It's a reminder that love doesn't have an expiration date. It doesn't matter how long you've waited or what societal norms dictate. What matters is courage, sincerity, and the willingness to act on your feelings. And isn't that what life is really about? Taking risks, embracing uncertainty, and finding joy in the moments that make your heart beat faster? Carol and Mel reminded us all of that truth tonight. And perhaps that's why the impact lingers long after the cameras stop rolling. Now, here's where things get truly intriguing. While we celebrate the courage of Carol's first move, the question remains, how will this affect the rest of the season? Will this spark a deeper romance, or will it introduce tension and rivalry in unexpected ways? And let's not forget the Bachelor himself. How will he respond to this bold twist? Will he embrace it as part of the journey? Or will it challenge his perception of love in the mansion? Viewers, one thing is certain. Carol's kiss isn't just a fleeting moment of passion. It's a catalyst for change, a turning point that may redefine relationships, alliances, and hearts in the mansion. And the answer is coming, episode by episode, in ways none of us can predict. So tonight, as we reflect on Carol's bold move, let's remember this. Love is never a passive experience. It is daring, it is brave, and it is often found in the moments when we step forward rather than wait. Carol's kiss reminded us all that even in the later stages of life, in unexpected places, and amidst uncertainty, the heart still knows when it is ready to act. And perhaps that is the most beautiful lesson of all. Courage is timeless, and love can surprise us at any age. So, stay tuned because the story of Carol and Mel is far from over. And trust me, the next chapters promise even more heart-stopping, soul-touching, unforgettable
Carol's
moments.
Moment even more remarkable wasn't just the action itself. It was the thought behind it. In a private confessional, she revealed how much courage it took to step forward. She spoke about fear, doubt, and the subtle whispers of past heartbreaks. Yet, despite all of that, she chose action over hesitation. Carol said something powerful. I realized that waiting for someone else to make the first move could mean waiting forever. If I felt it, I needed to act. In that one line, we see not only her boldness, but her wisdom, and understanding that love is an active pursuit, not a passive wish. And isn't that a lesson for all of us? At any stage of life, when you feel a genuine connection, hesitation can be the enemy of opportunity. Carol showed us that sometimes love requires bravery, and bravery can be as simple and as profound as a single, daring gesture. Of course, this bold move didn't just affect Carol, it sent ripples through Mel's heart. She admitted that the kiss surprised her, but in a way that sparked curiosity rather than fear. Mel's own reflections reveal the internal conflict we all recognize in love. The internal conflict we all recognize in love. The balance between self-protection and openness to connection. She said, "I didn't expect it, and yet, part of me felt it was exactly what I needed." This duality, the thrill of vulnerability paired with the caution of experience, is something that resonates deeply with viewers of our age. It reminds us that love is never simple, and that even when we are confident in ourselves, another person's boldness can challenge us in unexpected ways. The kiss didn't happen in isolation. It altered the dynamics of the entire mansion. Contestants who were once confident now wondered if alliances would change. Those who thought their path to the rose was clear suddenly faced competition from something far more authentic: genuine emotion. It's fascinating to watch how love, even in a structured environment like this, disrupts strategy. Carol and Mel's moment became a quiet earthquake. Every contestant was now questioning their approach. Could they replicate that courage? Would they regret hesitation? Or were they witnessing a romance that simply could not be orchestrated? Let's not forget the Golden Bachelor himself. How does one react when the rules of engagement are upended by a contestant's boldness? From private interviews, he expressed surprise, admiration, and even a bit of self-reflection. He admitted, "Seeing Carol take that step, it made me think about how much courage it takes to act on your heart. It made me reflect on my own choices in love." This adds a layer of richness to the story. Love isn't just a contest, it's a mirror. It reflects our fears, our courage, and our capacity to embrace life fully. The Bachelor's own moment of introspection becomes a secondary, equally compelling narrative within this episode, leaving viewers with a profound takeaway. Love teaches, challenges, and inspires at every turn. And then there's us, the audience. Viewers across the country reacted with the same mixture of shock, delight, and curiosity as the mansion itself. Social media exploded with speculation. Was this the start of a real love story? Did this kiss set the stage for a new kind of romance on reality TV? For the 60-plus demographic, this moment is particularly compelling. It's a reminder that love, even later in life, is full of surprises. It doesn't follow a predictable script, it doesn't wait for permission, and it certainly doesn't require that we conform to outdated norms about who should act first, or how, or when. The true takeaway from this moment isn't just the kiss itself, it's the courage it represents. Carol reminds us that the heart doesn't come with a timer. The opportunity to act on your feelings may arrive when you least expect it. And when it does, hesitation can be more costly than a leap of faith. For anyone watching, especially those who have lived through decades of experiences, both joyful and challenging, this is a timeless lesson. Vulnerability is strength, action is bravery, and love is always worth the risk.